before I came here, was working at a coffee shop, and I was like scripting a video, and then I just felt compelled, like the Holy Ghost called me to watch the Top Gun Maverick movie trailer.
Oh boy.
I think it's the best movie of all
Did
time.
it get you hyped up?
I cried.
I thought you were going to say the movie. So you went to go
watch the whole
movie.
thing on my like 10-year-old iPhone headphones. Yeah, I think it might be the best movie ever made.
It's up there.
Yeah, so if you need to get hyped up, or if you're feeling sad, just watch the Top Gun movie trailer.
If you're feeling sad, if you're feeling happy, if you're feeling anything. Glum. What a word. Glum.
That's a good word.
Haven't heard anyone say glum in a while, so you're
glum.
welcome for that.
I listened to Defying Gravity today a couple times, and it struck the same way.
Yeah.
So I totally get it.
Did we ever tell you that when Miles was like 2-3 months old, if we even hummed the melody to that song, he would burst out crying every time. He would be like, I get a nice close up here. He would be like, every single time.
What?
He's such a sweet little boy. He knows when songs are like meaningful. What a little peanut.
Yeah, whoever composes those. I'm sorry, I'm adjusting like a maniac. Whoever's composing music, if you want a good tester, Miles is your guy. He'll let you know if it's good or not.
Well, I think it was the same person who wrote Disciple and Defying Gravity. No,
yeah, it's the same guy.
I think it was the same guy.
Yeah, same guy. Really talented, a lot of range.
Very wide range.
Yeah. Was it Grizz?
It was Chris.
It was Chris.
I just noticed I'm still wearing my shoes. And
Your Calvin shoes.
Calvin shoes. Yep. The reason I got them was because my nephew Calvin has these exact same shoes. And I was like, I got to get me some of those.
And when Kelvin got those shoes, I told him, Scotty's really going to like these shoes, so you got to show Scotty.
I liked them so much. I would have just taken his, but they're a little too small. So I had to get my own.
Just a tad.
Yep. I had to get mine in my adult size.
Yep.
Your big boy feet.
My big boy
You can't just
feet.
wear them on your hands.
So I got myself a size 5.5 right here.
Calvin was a 4, so
I was a little tight. I was
Yeah.
curling my toes a little bit to get them in there, but and our cousin Andrew at Kindred Days, I think it was last year, we were all just chatting, and he out of absolutely nowhere goes, "You see Calvin's shoes today?" I was like, "Yeah, I did." He's like,
True.
"Man, those are some cool shoes," and it was these ones.
Calvin wasn't even there.
He wasn't even there. Yeah, he was just like
Oh my
giving him
gosh.
big ups without him even being around.
Andrew,
So that's
what a
when I
guy.
knew I had to get me some of these.
Calvin's do have Velcro, so his are a little bit cooler.
They're cooler, and he could probably run a little faster. 'Cause
Probably.
there's less likely to come off.
Yeah.
I don't know about faster, but he can run farther.
Yeah. Oh my
can-
gosh.
He'll never
Much
stop.
longer than you can. That's
Do we
want to
say that he used to run laps around the house and you would follow him in a golf cart?
Okay, so he was 2 years old, and I
He
can
loved
send
it.
the video to you so you can
I'll
put it in
show
there.
Yeah.
But me and Kyle, and then mom and dad would all jump in the golf cart and just follow Calvin doing laps around the house. And he was two and a half years old. It was
little, yeah.
unbelievable.
And we say, and it is laps, plural.
Yeah.
Like 9, 10,
Many
Yeah.
laps
11
around the
laps.
house.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And he would just giggle the entire way
Yeah,
around.
and he's like, sometimes he kind of veer off course, but he'd always come right back
Yep.
and he'd finish. And I'm sure there's a ring around the property now of just where he would run as a 2-year-old kid nonstop.
Yeah, and he's always just run like a machine. His arms are perfect when he runs. His legs are perfect. His head barely bobs. He'll be a track star. For
He
sure.
run, and this is a compliment. He runs like a chicken. And that I
As
mean
you
that
should,
in the
he's
best,
4,
in the
so.
most, it's proper, perfectly proper
Yep.
like this. You know, the
Yep.
head doesn't even bob. It's
Yep.
like perfect, smooth.
You need to remake Can You Run a Marathon Without Training and just watch him.
Just watch Kelvin.
I'll
yeah.
set a drone above and
Yep.
just watch him do circles, and you'll slowly see a time lapse of like the ground disappearing underneath
Yep.
him
Yeah.
where he steps, forming a track.
Blake is running the marathon.
He
Wait,
is.
did he train for
He
it?
signed up 2 weeks ago.
Blake.
Wait, what? The marathon?
It's on Saturday.
next
Oh,
week.
so it's Blake.
Yeah.
And Blake is not a runner, is he?
No, but he's
He's in good shape, but he's
superhuman,
not a
so-
runner.
He can do it. He can literally do anything.
That'd be like
Yeah.
saying, wait, Thor, he's not a runner. It's like, well,
He couldn't possibly bench 225.
Yeah. Well, if Thor doesn't actively bench press, it's like, well, he's going to get the weight up.
Yeah.
Blake doesn't run. Well, he's gonna be like third place in all Fargo. So
This is good timing. So wait, when is it? Because
It's
this
on Saturday.
Oh, so this will come out a week after it happens.
Yeah. I was just
Yeah.
having lunch with my friend Sarah, and I know you're listening. Shout out Sarah.
I know you're listening.
yeah.
And you can't
So
hide
don't
from
act
that
up.
anymore. So stop pretending like
Stay
you're
in
not.
line, Sarah.
Anyways, Sarah's running the marathon on Saturday too.
So that'll be fun. I loved when I did it just because of the vibe and the atmosphere and stuff. And obviously it was very hard to do.
Yes.
So
Yes.
congrats to everybody that does that.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to do it again someday. I don't think I'm going to do it this year though.
Well, that's what Blake said too. He's like, I don't want there to be video or anything. Because I was like, I got to tell Scott just in case he wants to make like a short or something, like a callback. He's like, I don't really want video because I don't want people to think I'm doing it to prove it's easy.
He just wants to do it because he knows he can.
Yeah, and he's like, I just want to challenge myself to do it. I'm like, it's not gonna be a challenge, bro. You're gonna be top 100.
He's gonna finish in under 4 hours and be like, oh, let's see, what next? What's next for the day? What else can I also do today?
You're not kidding. So on what is it? Yeah. So on Saturday he ran a half as a practice run, and then we went.
That's insane.
He did it in 2 hours. He ran 10-minute miles, so he did it in 2 hours, and then he came back to the house. And I'm like, how do you feel? He goes, I'm great. And we wanted to go play the ultimate frisbee.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
He wanted to go play
that's a
ultimate.
workout.
I'm like,
Ultimate is you don't.
he runs
sit
a half
down.
marathon, just runs a half marathon.
'cause
He's
he
like,
can.
I want to go play ultimate. You're a freak.
He is a freak. That's
Yeah.
not normal.
No, it's not.
No.
That he's a freak.
Yeah, he's a Cramer Games absolute legend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not a champion, but he is a legend.
He does dominate.
He's
though.
a dominant force, and he's a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
We should have a Cramer Games Hall of Fame.
He'd be in it.
It
Yeah.
would be him and Emma.
Emma, and yeah.
And that's about it. And
Yeah.
me,
For
right?
sure.
I'd be in there.
Yep.
Eric.
Eric,
Most
of course.
honest participant.
Yes, exactly.
Speaking of Hall of Fame, I don't know, you might have heard, but did you hear Dad's getting inducted into the
The Kindred.
Kindred Hall of
Are
Fame?
you kidding me?
Yeah, so
For
put
what?
it on your
Sports.
calendar.
For
It's just for athletics, Kindred Athletics.
Hall
what
of
the
Fame.
frickin' A?
Yep.
How
So
come no one's
there's a
told me
whole
that?
mom just told me like on Sunday when you weren't there.
Well, what the heck?
But yeah, there's a whole ceremony and everything. So
Golly, he should be in the Kindred Hall of Fame just in general.
yeah, just the city of Kindred Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
the Kindred Days festival that
Yeah,
he
that was
started,
Dad.
all of the lawn mowing and like the
Field
facilities,
painting.
all
Yeah,
the
making it
facilities work
nice.
that he's done all over the years, all
Yep.
the coaching.
Volunteer coaching and actual like paid coaching
Yeah.
and all the stuff.
Yeah, we got to get in there. Now, who's next of us in the Kindred Hall of Fame? I nominate me.
I was gonna say he's gonna lean for himself.
I was hoping you would step in and say it for me, but I would like to be in the Kindred Hall of Fame. I'll just put my name in the hat. And we'll figure out for what later.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd be in it
Put
for.
me in, and then we'll figure out why after.
The why is not important.
Why is not important? No, no of
I
course
couldn't even be in it for the most notable play anymore because now they got another one this year
not. What happened?
to win the state basketball championship.
Oh, the
that
tip-in.
topped the play.
Yeah,
Let's go.
That
was
tip-in.
insane.
Kindred,
That's coming from me. That beat it.
The
That beat the
buzzer.
shit out of
That's
the game.
insane. That was insane.
and we are allowed to talk about this is what the podcast is about, so we are allowed to brag about Greg's catch. It was the game to go to the championship,
Yep.
and it was the last play of the game, the second to last and the last play. They ran the same play.
Mhm.
Hail Mary to Greg. First time goes up. I don't remember
Missed
what happened.
the first
I
one.
missed. Yeah, it didn't carry as far, and it was low, and I just didn't catch
He
it.
was past
and
it.
he
Yeah,
absolutely
was past
botched it. An embarrassing. The Kramers almost lost the
Like,
whole
who
thing.
knows? If I would have caught it, there would have been time left, and we probably could have messed it up somehow.
So then they
Blew it
ran
somehow.
it back and they said, do the same thing
They
again.
did the same play
on
and
the
he
last
caught
play
it.
of the game. Hail Mary. And it was sick. The whole place went absolutely nuts.
You couldn't even hear because it was so
Mhm.
loud.
No, it
it
was
was one of
crazy.
those.
I got the ear rumble. I talk about
Yeah.
the ear rumble a lot. It was rumbling like crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the craziest part about that game is you were down 29-0 at halftime.
29
or
to
something?
7
Yeah, just ridiculous. You
against
guys,
the best, second best team in the state.
Yeah.
like they
Insane.
absolutely should have.
The school
beat
that
us.
Laura went to.
Yeah, the
It
school
was
that I
Laura's
graduated from.
school versus Greg's
yeah,
school.
and so I posted about it later, and I said I've never been so excited to see Shanley lose in
Yeah.
my whole life.
That's great.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was
they always
awesome.
spanked us every year. It was the first time we ever beat them in school history. So
But then this year, the basketball team was in the state
the
championship.
actual
game,
championship,
yes.
And it was
yeah.
literally at the buzzer a tip in to to take the lead
Was
and
it?
win the
It was
game.
Brooks that did it, right?
Yeah,
How cool
Brooks.
is? Oh my gosh! Yeah.
I can't
So
even imagine walking into school. High school is
That's
crazy as it is,
yeah.
but like walking into high school after
Yep.
having tipped in a
Yeah.
buzzer beater for the state championship.
I mean, it's a movie, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so sick. Good for
and
him.
he's one of the younger guys on the team too, and he's
Yeah,
just
you
an
love to see it.
absolute.
You get to keep-
talk about beast of a human.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a
that's how
beast.
Brooks is.
And the
too.
last high school sports thing we're going to talk about is my long jump school record was broken this year.
Did
Damn.
Presley beat
He
you?
beat it.
So he beat it by an inch, and then he shattered
And
it.
then he beat it by
Oh,
another couple of,
man.
Yeah, Presley's like,
He's
a
beast
beast.
of
That
a
kid's a
human too.
freak.
All these kids are. They're so talented.
I was working at one of the track meets helping volunteer, and I walked up to him. This is when we were tied. So we shared the record. And I was like, hey, you probably don't know who I am. I'm Scott. We share the long jump record. And he was like, oh, hey, yeah, what's up? And I was like, maybe we stop doing long jump this year.
yeah,
Like,
just call it.
Yeah, I was standing right there when he said it to him. And Presley's dad did not know what was happening. He was right behind Scott.
weirdo.
And,
Telling my
and he's
kid
looking at you like, what? Why is he telling Presley
Give
to
it up.
not do long jump anymore?
Like maybe you work on something else instead and we
Yeah.
take the year off. Take your senior year off from long jump.
Yeah. So then me and Dad are laughing, and so then Presley's dad noticed that
He was
we were
like,
all I
"Oh,
was like,
he's
okay,
kidding."
okay, he's kidding. Never mind.
He was ready to defend his son.
He was ready to
And
fight
I do
you.
respect that. I do respect it. Can I tell the coolest story of all time?
Yes, I was gonna say you have to.
Yeah,
tell
that's
it.
how I've been waiting.
Yeah, you do
Outside
wanna
of
tell.
my wedding and kids stuff, it is the most memorable experience I've ever had.
Of your
Yeah.
entire life,
And I'm
for sure.
not going to tell everything just like because I want to keep a lot of it for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
But as we said a couple of episodes ago, Jaden and I went to the Post Malone concert.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to even show the clip right here of what Greg said. We're so close to the front. By
Yeah.
the way, a little.
Do you get to meet him? I hope we get to
I
meet
highly
him.
doubt it.
Oh, that'd
Highly
be
doubt
great.
it.
He'll see you.
He's like,
Whoa,
oh,
that's
he
Scott
might
Cramer.
see you.
Stops
He
the
might
show.
what are you
see
doing
you.
down here? He's just going to see you in the crowd and be like, oh, it's Scott Cramer.
Mm-hmm.
That is literally exactly what happened.
Exactly.
Exactly what
And they
happened.
even got a video. Of
We
it.
have video of it.
We got arrested alright. I know you're scared of the unknown. Scott Cramer, you will always be alone.
We were like 3 people away from the catwalk at the show. There's a long catwalk up in like the front floor area, the ground floor area. And a couple of people were sitting, to our right by the catwalk, and they left early on. I think it was too loud for their kids. So we're just scooching closer and closer to the catwalk. As the show goes on, he's walking right up to us, kind of singing towards a kid that was down there with like a hat and tattoos on his face, interacting with people around us the whole time. And we were like, I wonder if he's going to know
See
that
you.
we're here.
Yeah.
Because like we know each other. Like I
But
know
he
Austin.
did not actually know you
He
were
had no
there.
idea we were
You
there.
didn't tell him you were there.
No. So he is on the last song before the encore. So it's like last song, he goes off stage and then comes back. And we're like, he didn't see us. Like, yeah, whatever. It was a great show. We had fun anyway. He's stopping, he's singing Sunflower, and he comes right up to where we are, and he's singing, and he stops and he goes, Scott Cramer?
Scott Cramer,
Yeah.
Just like that, like clear as day. And I was like, no way.
Yeah,
Like,
your heart
exactly what Greg
blew
said.
out of your chest.
Exactly what Greg said happened. And then he just kept singing. Blah, 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 blah. So then he gets done with that song. Everyone around us is like, what was that? What was that? Why is he calling you out like that? And he does the last encore song at the back of the stadium. And then he walks his way all the way back to the front.
With?
Congratulations.
Oh, okay.
So then he walks all the way back to the front, like kind of high-fiving and signing autographs along the
With
rail.
security kind of walking
Yeah.
with him.
And then he gets to us and he's like, he sees me again. And he pulls me in and he says something into my ear. And I couldn't hear him. It was so loud. So I was going to just be like, yeah, man, sick, great show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God you asked.
But then I was
Yeah,
like,
thank God
no,
you asked.
I should like, what did he say to me?
Yeah.
I
In
need to-
case it's important.
yeah. So I was like, what was that? What was that? And he pulled me in again and he says, send me a DM on Instagram and we'll hang out. We'll get drinks. So then we hung out with Post Malone, just me and Jaden and Austin and his girlfriend hung out for hours after the show.
Yeah.
The greatest night ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scott
So
thought
much
they were
fun.
going to walk into some after party with like hundreds of
No,
people
it
in
was
there and a
just us
DJ.
hanging out.
yeah.
And it was so much fun. He is, whatever you think about Post Malone, because everyone knows he's the nicest person ever.
Yeah.
Whatever you've heard, double it. He is the nicest person I've ever met.
Yeah.
Such
Well,
a great
yeah.
guy.
And he like wanted to know about you and your kids and he
we
wanted
just
to know
talked
about
for,
your life.
for hours. Talked and it was so much fun.
Yep.
So best night ever. And then after that, Jaden and I went back to the parking garage where we parked our car, and it was like 3:30 in the morning at
Yeah.
this point. and we tried to get in because it was all a 24-hour garage. We tried to get in the access door and it's locked. So we're like, oh, maybe we just walk around where we drove down the ramp. We go to the ramp door and the ramp door is closed too. We're like, oh no, it's 3:30 in the morning in
Good problem to
Minneapolis.
have.
And we're
Oh, the ramp's
locked
closed
out.
because I just hung out with Post Malone for 5 hours.
I
Like,
guess.
Yeah, it would have been much more annoying had you not just
I
hung
guess,
out with him.
yeah.
Yeah.
So then we had to like have a cop come trigger it with their car because
Yeah.
it's like a weighted system.
Yeah.
And then we got back to our hotel at like 4 a.m. and it was another amazing thing. Got back to the hotel and the girl working the front desk was like, "You're Scott Cramer."
Oh my gosh.
So then we woke up the next morning early because we thought we had to leave at 11. So we got a
Mm-hmm.
few hours of sleep. And Jaden woke up to a text from the hotel that's like, the girl at the front desk pushed your checkout time back. So it's like another
Mm-hmm. nice.
sweet hookup.
Nice.
And the girl at Starbucks that we stopped at on the way home also was like, "Hey, you're Scott and Jaden." So then we talked to her for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl at the VIP table at the Post Malone concert said, "Hi, my name is Becca. I'm a patron of yours."
Oh my god.
So it's like I met all of the coolest people on earth in one night.
Yeah.
Minneapolis is my city.
In that 24 hours, Jaden realized that you're cooler than she thought you were.
She's like,
Yeah.
Scott's actually kind of a big deal. Look at this guy.
That happens to me often, but they don't know my name. They just say, "You're the guy who caught the touchdown against Shanley." And I say, "My name's Greg,"
They
and
do
then
say
it
that.
doesn't go as
Although
far.
they
but-
do actually say that. People have said that to you.
Yeah, they
like,
have.
Oh,
like
from
local people.
Yes,
Yeah.
local people.
Local
say
people
that,
have
yeah.
said that.
Yeah, I ain't
That's
walking
funny.
Minneapolis. They don't recognize me.
Yeah, no.
Posty sees me.
Greg
Shanley,
Cramer?
whoa! You caught it.
So yeah, that was the coolest experience ever. Austin,
Yeah, that's insane.
Thank you for having us. That was,
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
next
Post
time
Malone?
me and Greg and Kyle want to come too.
Well, yeah, we got. I want to go see him on this tour. Like, I'll go anywhere. But that story, it's amazing because it's Posty. He's one of like my heroes.
Yeah,
Love
like,
Posty.
Got my Post Malone shirt on. Got this. At
Oh,
the-
that's what that is.
that's what this
Okay.
is. Little Post Malone merch.
But
Got it.
I think
Nice.
even more so, it validates when you hear people say, well, there's the don't meet your heroes thing, but then there's the opposite where like when I watch Bob Does Sports, I would love to play around with those guys.
Yeah, you would think it would be fun.
And then you hear people say like, when I interact and meet Bob Does Sports, they are what you think they are.
Yeah.
But it's still hard to believe it.
Yeah.
But now this validates it where it's like, if this A-list mega celebrity and Posty, it's true, then it's probably true for the other guys that I really
Yeah.
like too.
Yeah.
That aren't the like A-list.
Yeah, like
people.
if even like you watch Posty on Hot Ones and you're like, is he actually that genuine? Does he really call everyone sir and ma'am?
And
like,
you said he was doing that.
is he
wasn't
putting on
Yes.
an act?
Yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't seem like he's putting on an act. He seems like the most genuine guy. And now I know it. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe you can detect when someone's
Jaden
genuine.
and I can absolutely vouch for Mr. Austin Richard Post.
Yeah, like,
as
he's that
being
guy.
Such
Yeah.
a great dude.
Yeah.
So
That's good to know because I've thought it for years, and it's good to know like he's legit.
and the sweetest thing ever, he gifted me a pack of Hot Ones hot sauce.
Yeah, how cool is that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because to be fair, he kind of was like pawning it off on me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He was
Posty's
afraid
got a
that's
lot
what it
of
would
stuff.
seem like.
Pretty
He's like,
famous
we don't
guy.
have room for this. Do you want it? And I was like, yes, I do want it. And then he said, well, let me sign it for you at least, so it doesn't feel
Yeah.
like I'm just pawning this off
Yeah.
on you. So now I have a signed Hot Ones gauntlet from
That's
Post
cool.
Malone.
Oh, yeah,
Which is another.
Do you
sick
think you'll
thing.
ever use them, or are you just going to say
No,
No,
that is
incorporate
just
that
a
into your
display
studio
item. That's a
somehow.
display
Yeah, put that on your set.
Yeah,
Have to,
for sure.
'cause
It's
that
gotta
would
be
be
cool.
cool.
It's like a double thing because Post Malone was like what started my whole
Yes.
YouTube career.
Yes,
And Hot Ones.
100%.
And Hot Ones. Those
Yeah.
are like my
Those are
two.
The
those
Hot
two or your
Ones
three.
video.
two of my three biggest videos
the Hot
ever.
Ones video.
Yeah. And then
Um,
the PBS kids somehow.
And-
I saw like 6
Yeah,
million
that
Yeah,
one
views.
and Jason, the voice of DW, I'm
Oh,
like
yeah.
buddies with now too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is the coolest job ever. I feel like as an adult, I'm finding my group of people that I was like yearning for as a kid that like nobody else shared this. Well, actually my best friend Tyler shares the same internet YouTube video interests as
Yeah.
me, but really nobody else did. And now like Eric Striffler, Mr. G, Dylan, Seth, everybody at the Cramer game.
Both Seths. Yeah.
Joel, Frank, every
Yeah.
friend that I've made online, I feel so close to because it's like, dude, you're
It's different.
here
They're
now.
kind of in a way like your coworkers, and you just become closer with your coworkers.
We all have the same like idea about what life
Yeah.
is about.
Yes,
Like we're all
yes.
just so similar.
You run
in,
in
that way.
the same.
They kind of are like coworkers because it's like there's this company that I had applied 4 years ago called Huntress, and they don't have an office. Everyone's remote,
Mm.
and like I would deem them my coworkers, but I would never meet them ever.
Mhm.
Right.
So it's like
Yeah, and these people, it's the same thing. Maybe it's even a little bit more so because we all like experience the same nonsense and highs and lows and cool parts of the job, bad parts of the job. And it's like no one else really experiences those specific things.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we all kind of are like, yeah, you know about that? Oh, you got to do that? And it's just like a community that I've never found.
You can commiserate and celebrate together.
Yes. And that's with everything. And I'm just like, I'm glad that I found that now.
And it's not like you're on a payroll, but it's almost like you are employees of YouTube. Like you guys work for YouTube in a way.
But we don't get health care. So,
Yeah, you have to pay a lot more than someone on a salary.
You
but-
do gotta pay
thing.
more for health care.
Big Daddy Google doesn't pay the health care, unfortunately.
But it was worth it when he said, Scott Kramer?
That was the
Yeah,
coolest thing ever.
I'm not even joking. When Mom told me that, I was in shock. And then when I told Kyle, I cried. I was like, this is the coolest
Well,
story.
I didn't even really. It was like when someone tells you that they're having a baby. It's like,
You're in shock. You don't quite
you
believe
don't really
it.
know
You're
what to say.
oh,
It's
did
kind of
that-
like,
Hold on.
Oh,
Okay,
we're back.
go ahead.
you don't really know what to say when someone says that they're having a baby. It's like, that's amazing. Like, what more can you say?
Congratulations.
But it doesn't feel real.
Yeah, it's like, okay, like eventually this is going to be really cool. But right now it's like,
You gotta
I
let it
really know
sink,
how to
like
feel
sink
about
in.
that.
The people behind us were basically recording the entire time. And they caught that moment.
Yeah.
So Jaden was like, hey, can you airdrop that to Scott?
Yeah.
And they were like, yes, we can airdrop that.
I'm
That's the
glad
coolest
she
thing
asked
ever.
that
Yeah.
because she asked even Austin, can I take pictures with you and stuff?
Yes,
So I'm glad
yep.
that she had
She
the thought
initiated it.
to do that.
Yeah. When I hear it, I'm like, there's no way that this happened. And it's, again, like, I have spoken to Austin a lot over the years. Like,
Yeah.
we've kind of been buddies for
Yes.
5.5 years now.
He is a fan of yours
He's a
too.
fan of my stuff. So,
Yeah.
like, maybe that was also why it was so natural and normal because, like, we've kind of known each other. We've talked a lot and we had, like, a reciprocating,
You've talked
like,
to each other. Yes.
fanhood of each other. I
Yeah.
don't know how to explain it.
Mhm.
But yeah, the coolest guy ever. And I have so many amazing memories that I'll just, like, cherish forever. So
Yeah.
great. It was the best night ever.
Yeah.
How long did it take for you to not feel a sense of starstruck?
Literally immediately. That's
See,
what I'm
that
saying.
doesn't
Like, it felt
seem right.
crazy.
That's crazy. I would for sure feel starstruck for a while where
Yeah.
it's like, I've been watching that. I listen to him constantly.
Mhm.
And then like just to hear his voice and I think what would be weird for me is having him hear my voice.
Yeah.
For the
Kind of
first
like an
time.
out of body experience.
Yeah, it'd be
a
like
little bit.
like making eye contact and like he's hearing me.
Yeah.
That would be very weird. Or like getting to tell him how much his music means to me. It's like that'd be so weird.
You wouldn't even
sick.
know what to say.
No.
You
No.
just kind of freeze. You had said that it felt like you were hanging out with Tyler or
Yes, it
someone
was
that
like
you
hanging
were
out with a
close
friend I've
with
known
and-
forever.
Yeah.
Coolest.
See, that's
coolest
that's
night.
so
Mhm.
weird.
And
It's awesome.
the concert itself has moved up to best.
Oh
concert
yeah,
I've ever
let's
been
talk
to.
about that.
Yeah.
So
we did the whole episode about concerts. This has shot all the way to the
okay,
top.
so you've got John Bellion.
John Bellion, Andy Grammer was awesome.
Yep.
Bieber, Ed Sheeran were awesome. But this was it was next level.
It's different. Yeah, totally.
Yes, it was probably an awesome show. It really helps being that close too, because
Yeah,
you
you were
feel
right
like you're
there.
in it.
I've never been up close like
A
that. at
stadium show
Bellion,
like that has
we were
gotta
in
be
the
cool.
back for Bellion.
Yeah, and we
That's
did
got to be so cool.
We did the stadium show in St. Paul at the hockey arena for Jonas Brothers, but we were
Oh,
way up in the rafters.
Yeah.
And it was a different vibe. Like, yeah, being on the floor. Also, just like taking a moment and looking around and like
Yeah,
seeing the
that's-
singer's perspective
Yeah.
is like,
Yeah.
how do you get through a song without
Yes.
bursting into tears?
Well,
and
That's why it's
see
so
this many
crazy that he
people?
noticed you.
I know. I cannot
He's-
believe it.
Yeah,
Austin,
he
shout
never-
out to the coolest man on planet Earth, Austin Richard Post.
Yeah.
He looks in this entire arena of people, and the fact that even with lights on him, he can even make out faces is insane.
Yeah.
And that he had the wherewithal to look at you and for it to click who you are and
Yeah,
to
he was
remember your
singing a
name on the
song.
spot.
And to say it out loud and
Yeah.
have other
Yeah.
people hear it.
Yes.
It's like, man, what a cool shout out, Austin.
That's
Richard
what you know. What's
Post,
funny?
man.
Probably one other person in the stadium heard it.
It was like,
and
Scott, why do you say that? Why do
Scott
you-
Kramer,
why do
like
you
a
say Scott
subscriber,
Kramer?
probably like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, why did he say
I bet
Scott
one
Kramer?
other person was like, what is
Yeah.
Scott Kramer in the front row?
Mm-hmm. I was.
Unbelievable.
Because
Unbelievable.
I saw a TikTok. It was congratulations. I didn't know that was the encore, but they showed the US Bank show and they're like, this is the best concert I've ever been to.
Yeah, it
and
was
it sounded really cool.
You got to now find a TikTok of Sunflower and,
Yeah, and then we'll
listen
see
real
if-
close. If you ever hear the clip of Sunflower
Yeah.
from the US Bank show, you just listen real close. It's when he's doing the nice get of the unknown. That part,
That's a good part.
that's when he hits it. That's when he hits it with a Scott Kramer.
Well,
It's the remix. It's official. It's in the lyrics now. My name. Officially.
and he was literally in the middle of saying lyrics. So his brain is thinking lyrics.
It's just very
but his
weird.
brain was also able to remember your name. Like
He's
not
such a
just
pro.
recognize your face, but remember your name.
I assume he's such a pro that like when he's doing the performance part, he's done it so many times,
Mm-hmm.
he's just coasting through it, you know? And I'd be glossed over. I would be so focused on it. But this is what he does. So like you know, he's got it going.
Yeah.
My favorite I said was Goodbyes.
That's I mean,
I'm no good at goodbyes. That was so good. But then the big one, like the climax of the show was Rockstar.
oh,
And the pyrotechnics were crazy.
Yeah,
I've never seen so much fire at a show. It's the entire stage is blowing up. And then they have these, I don't know, 100-foot tall like towers around like throughout the stadium that are also blasting fire in the air. The whole room is hot. It's
you can actually
crazy.
feel that it's hot.
it's kind of mind-boggling that they set that up for one night.
They do. And
Like-
then they bring it and so he went to Chicago after Minneapolis, and it was Minneapolis and then travel day and then Chicago.
Yeah, I
What
think
a
it's only
process.
one day in between.
Yep.
Of
Because in that TikTok I saw of congratulations, there was a massive like neon sign that was like Post Eco
there's a
or
couple of
something.
them on
Like,
either
How
side.
how does this happen?
I don't know. It's insane. Think about all the jobs that exist that you've never even thought of.
Yeah.
All the road crew and all of the,
Just
the
so
bus
many
drivers
bodies.
and all of the people that work at the venues,
Yeah.
the security, the concessions people.
think of how many people he supports their
Yes.
life.
Yeah.
Thousands of people that it's like,
Yeah.
if Post Malone wasn't here tonight, thousands of jobs would not be happening right in
It's
this
the
moment.
Posties and the Biebers and the Ed Sheeran.
And the Taylor
Crazy.
Swifts and
They're
all of them.
creating
It's
a
like
lot of jobs.
they get their money too, but they support many, many, many families'
crazy.
livelihoods.
It's crazy.
Yeah, even like driving around in the golf carts, like in the bowels of the stadium. It was like midnight-ish when we were kind of getting down there. And I'm looking around, I'm like, what are all these people doing? Like in these cement corridors that like lead to seemingly nowhere.
Yeah.
And there's like 30 people moving stuff around like everywhere you look. Like this is crazy. What an
Yes.
operation. Never seen anything like it.
Well-oiled machine.
Yeah. And really the biggest thing we've gotten like intimate experience with is stuff at the Fargo Dome.
Yeah.
And even that is like, wow, this is crazy. But this was like 500 times that.
Yep.
Once again, for the millionth time, coolest night of my life. Thank you so much, Austin. I do see Austin as a friend. I see you as a friend now. I can't wait to hang out again. It was so much fun.
Me and Greg want to see you as a friend too.
Yeah.
We
Isn't
want
that
to meet
crazy?
you too.
Isn't that crazy to think
Look at these
he
guys.
could hear this?
He could.
It's not a
Yeah,
pipe
he
dream
could
that
hear
he
it.
could hear
He
this.
could hear it. I have a very random question for you.
Mm.
What is that drink?
Oh, I forgot it was here.
It's like all separated.
Oh, yeah,
I was
no,
like,
gotta
what
mix
is
it
that?
up. This is from the kind ladies at Moxie Java in West Fargo. Shout out Moxie Java. This is my favorite non-coffee drinks of all time.
Is it a smoothie?
No, well, yeah, it's a blended. Sorry, it's totally ruined, and it's sweating all over me, and it's completely separated. And
It
now
just looks like a cup of milk.
it's a cup of milk. No, it is and I'm probably going to get people that are like, "Oh, you shouldn't drink that. It's not good for you." I know, Mom. It's
I sit and drink like pop every episode.
Yeah.
I hope Moxie Java's not paying us to talk about this drink.
I hope they are actually.
We're not doing a
Send
very
it
good
to
job
my
of
account.
selling the drink.
Okay, so what it is, it's a blended pina colada Red Bull, and it's fabulous.
Interesting. They have very fun things on their menu.
Yep, they
very
do.
fun.
They have another horribly unhealthy thing, a blended Milky Way.
Yeah, they do all the candy bar stuff.
Yeah, they're like latte things.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're trying to watch your calorie intake, don't
go.
don't get that. At least maybe just get a black coffee or
Yeah,
something. But
yeah.
yeah, Moxie Java is a great vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the most delicious thing I've ever had in my life. And it really wakes me up. It gives me a good
Yeah,
little pickup.
Red Bull will get you.
And it's not as cold and slushy as it's supposed to be because I've been letting it sit here, completely forgot about it.
You took about 4 sips and then forgot
Yeah.
about it.
But now I'm happy again. I'm glad you reminded me.
It does
of
look like a pina colada though, so
Yeah, it
it.
does.
Tastes like one too.
so I get it.
Yep.
It totally
Looks
looks
like a
like it.
vacation drink.
Do we want to do our draft?
Yes.
No one is blind today. We all have the list.
Nope.
So.
We're going to go through and do a fun little draft that's kind of based on conversations we've had here on the podcast before. And that was where the inspiration came from. What we're going to do is draft our favorite / best songs from former American Idol contestants.
Yes.
So not like performances on the show, best performances, best songs that have come out from these people since the show.
Yes.
And I think
They
the
don't
one-
have to win, just they have been on the show.
anybody on the show.
Yeah.
I think the one caveat we're going to have is that if I take a song from singer A, I can't take another song from singer A,
Yeah.
but you guys still can.
Yes.
But you only get one song per person for your own team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
the
you
one
could stack
caveat.
it up with 5 pretty
You could
easily
just go
from
Kelly,
a couple
Kelly,
of them.
Kelly,
Yeah,
Kelly, Kelly.
exactly. That's
And
what I was
that's what I would do.
Draft strategy now matters.
Yeah.
I think we should have.
Don't give me your strategy
You should
because we
do
have the
the,
same strategy.
You should do the thing where we pick the order.
The order.
Yep.
I know what your strategy is, and I'm doing the same thing. We
Yeah.
were playing Seen It, the DVD trivia game,
Mm-hmm.
and Dad was just like kind of casually standing in the back of the room answering every question.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, how do you know all? You know the
And
answer to every
not
trivia
really
question.
he's not really a pop trivia guy though
No,
either. It was
not
just
at
weird.
all.
But it'll be the most random question, and he's like, boom.
Yeah.
Why do you know that?
Our mom, pop trivia
Yeah, she
queen.
was all
is
about the
good
pop
at it,
trivia.
yeah.
Do you remember there was one time that we were playing and she kept saying that Dad could read her mind and it was making her really mad. So she made him go stand around the corner and then he
Yes.
still got it right.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
No.
Was that at?
It was at
Grandma's
grandma's.
house?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
at
do remember
grandma's.
that.
She made him go stand around the corner.
Yeah.
That,
So
like,
then
where that
the
desk
wall would stop the brain waves
And
and,
it's
he still
still-
got
I
it right.
do remember that because that dang game had that one. So it would show the clip from a movie.
Yep.
And it was that scary clip with the guy with the French fries in his nose. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about? With like the
Oh,
bandages
yeah,
around
from,
himself.
Yeah, from.
It was dark out, and Grandma has the patio doors, and it was so like you can't see out there.
Yeah.
And then I would watch on the TV here, and then out the door, I thought that guy is going to come through that door. I was too little.
Oh.
I am remembering this now. Thanks.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Post Malone
Sorry, we're
again.
bringing up old trauma. I think I just said something about Mary. That's not what I meant. It's a movie about Wanda.
The guy had like
fish?
mummy bandages around him. He
I
had
don't remember what it
Wanda.
was.
French fries in his nose.
Scary movie. It's called Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
That's
from
what it
2022.
is. That's exactly what
no,
it
that's
is.
the first thing that came up though. Anyway,
I
somebody
have
will
no
know.
idea what it was.
What's the Wanda fish? It's not Fairly Odd Parents. A fish called Wanda. I think that's what it's from.
I don't remember. I just
don't
remember being
either.
scared.
Okay,
Alright,
well, I
Scott.
have to pick the best one first. I'm glad I got to go first, but it is also
Okay.
scary that I don't get to go for a long time after this.
This is a problem because I know what he's going to take, and I thought I was going to get it at the turn.
I'm going to take Crush by David
Of
Archuleta
course
Yeah.
he is. Why would he not?
As-
as
on
the
my
number
list.
one pick.
Yep.
Now, that doesn't make any sense that I thought I'd get at the turn because he was going to pick before me no matter what. But having him go first just threw me off. I didn't like it.
Am
All
I
right.
crazy you're falling in love?
It's
There was
such a
never
good
a
one. It's
chance
such
he
a banger.
wasn't
Is it
taking that.
really just another crush?
Do you catch your breath?
He's got one vocal cord that works. The other one doesn't.
Yeah, that's
What?
crazy.
Yeah, only one. I think one of them is maybe paralyzed.
Oh
so
my
he has one,
gosh.
or maybe it's like partially paralyzed.
Yeah.
One fully functioning and one partially paralyzed. That was his
And he can
story.
still sing like that.
He can
Wow.
belt it like nobody else. Love David
Unbelievable.
Archuleta.
I'm going to take Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson.
Since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. I'm still moving on, yeah, yeah.
Let's just take best songs available. I'm going to take Carrie Underwood, Something in the Water.
Okay.
No, I don't think I know that.
You do know it because Andy Grammer did it as Boogie Woogie on The Masked Singer. Okay,
All
so
I know from Carrie Underwood is, oh, Sunday night.
is that draftable? Because that'd be kind of
Oh
fun.
my gosh.
Apparently, she gets paid
Waiting all
$1 million every week that's played.
So she is waiting all day.
That's
for
what I
Sunday
heard.
night.
Gosh.
That's what I heard. Who knows if that's true or not? Anyways,
Waiting all day for Sunday night. Carrie's the goat. Is Carrie the goat or is Kelly Clarkson
I think
the goat?
Kelly is the gloat. The gloat.
the goat.
Kelly is the goat because she's also the original, but Carrie's a very close second.
Carrie's like
see,
season
that's
3,
that
right?
Michael
Yeah,
Jordan
she was right.
energy. She's the original.
Yeah, but
Kelly
And maybe
do you actually
Carrie
think-
has outdone her.
I don't know,
Maybe
man.
Carrie Underwood's LeBron.
I think Carrie's a bigger star, but I think Kelly's a better singer.
But
She's
Carrie Underwood's
so
really
freaking
good.
Yeah, Carrie's very
good.
good. She's
good.
very good, and I think she's a bigger star.
This
but
is
I
a-
think Kelly's a better singer.
This is a good debate topic, is who's the GOAT American Idol, because I'm not to do it now,
Yeah,
but
no.
I do think it is between Kelly and Carrie,
Yeah.
and I think it's like LeBron and Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
impossible for most people to actually determine.
Okay,
Mhm.
so I would be disgusted if I didn't have this song on my list. I'm gonna go Jordan Sparks, and I
I
don't.
have her on my list.
I'm gonna leave No Air off the table because I don't want Chris Brown on my team. I'm gonna leave him off. You guys can have him because it's a great song and should get drafted. I'm gonna go with Battlefield.
Battlefield's
That's a good-
so good.
I'm gonna keep the personnel in check here. I gotta have a clean locker room.
Why does love always feel like a battlefield?
A battlefield. a battlefield.
That is such a good song.
Yeah, that's
such a good one.
That's worthy of a second round.
Jordan
pick for
Sparks
sure.
has more bangers than I think people realize too. Jordan Sparks, she's getting it.
Okay, for my number 2, I think I'm going to go with, I'm going to do a Carrie one as well, and I'm going to do Jesus Take the Wheel.
That's a good one.
mhm.
That's
I
real
think
good.
that's what I'm going to do.
Interesting.
That's
You
one
both
of
don't
her,
care.
that's got to be one of her most famous all-time
For sure.
songs.
That might be like, her most widespread famous song. I don't know.
Probably
what
Before He Cheats. Before He
Before He
Cheats.
Cheats
Don't
is
be saying
huge
Before He
too.
Cheats. Before He Cheats is the only one I wrote down from her because I was.
It's
hoping that I'd
probably
get
the
it.
most streamed.
Yeah,
out
it
of
probably is.
I'm gonna hold on to it because now you guys can't take it anyway. So
Yep.
we'll see. We'll come back to that.
All right.
So now I'm going for 2. And I am gonna take No Air from Jordan.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it was
it's-
on my list too. It was
Yeah.
I
on
only
mine
said
too.
it because I thought maybe Laura would take it.
Yeah, it was on my list. But
And-
Greg just said the Chris Brown
I am
thing. so-
worried about Chris, but he's a great vocalist.
He is.
He's a good singer.
He is
Can't deny he's a
fantastic
really
vocalist.
crappy person, but he's a
But
good
he
singer.
is very good on that song.
You can't deny the man's voice.
What's your number 2?
I'm
I guess your
going-
number 3.
For my number 3, I'm gonna take A Moment Like This.
I love that
Kelly
song.
Clarkson.
I love
That
that
opens
song.
the door for me to take whichever Kelly song I want now.
Like this.
That is the American Idol song.
It's so good.
Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this.
Some people search forever. All right, I'm going to pick Home by Daughtry.
Oh, golly.
And immediately what I just said.
Oh, that was what I was. That was my
Rome has
bring it
crumbled.
home. I was going to bring it home
I'm coming home
to
the place where I belong, where your love has always been enough for me.
It's so good. It's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, so that's okay. So that's the Daughtry one.
got me all wrong.
Shoot,
But he
Okay.
does have other good ones too. I
Yeah,
have
I
him on
gotta-
my list.
Hold up.
That was the one that came to mind for Daughtry, though.
Yeah.
All right, I got.
But there is another one that's popular that you'll know
God.
every word to.
I was really hoping to get that.
Sorry.
I thought that was like maybe going to slip by. How stupid of me. stupid.
All right, Greg, you
that
get
was
to.
way louder.
Did that hurt?
It didn't hurt, but it sounded like it clapped just right on the cup of my hand.
Yeah.
What was the one I just played?
Feels like tonight.
Yeah.
Feels like tonight. I'll just take that because I
I'm
know
getting absolutely robbed right now.
because I know I'm taking that within my next 2 anyways.
Gosh darn
Was
it.
that both of them or was that just one?
That's just one.
Okay.
I
So
should
that
have
was my
done
third.
Kelly Clarkson. She's got too many hits. I should have waited.
Should have waited. Okay, and then
You could have done 5 Kellys for sure.
She got too many hits, Kelly. Stop putting out hits.
come on, Kelly. Okay.
Ruining it for me.
And then, okay, let me look at one thing really quick just to see if I want to pivot. Is
It
there?
would have been really funny if your head would have.
I could do a callback to the Power Tower, Adam Lambert.
Yeah, I thought you were going to take that for
Well,
sure.
Well, the
I
draft
could do
ain't
that.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
If I
think.
had you,
There you go.
Yeah.
There it is.
you.
You gotta wiggle that.
Okay, I think what I'm actually gonna do is I'm going to take one because I know I'm ending with Kelly. You guys probably aren't even gonna take this at all. Benson Boone, Beautiful Things.
Oh,
I really
yeah.
like that song, but I know that you guys wouldn't take it.
Yeah, that one kind of makes me a little upset when I hear it. It gets me aggravated.
I can't think of how it goes right
It's the
now.
one that's like, they did about things that I
Oh, I love that
Yeah,
song.
Yeah.
that's a great song.
I love that song. Someone was just singing
that
it
had
out.
to have hurt.
Yeah, that are you?
Are you?
How are your vocal
He's gonna have to
cords?
text in his answers from now on.
Yeah, I actually really like that. Someone was performing it out at the market the other day, and I told Kyle, I was like, "This song just makes me happy."
Well,
when I hear
I
it."
love the
Yeah.
that part. Oh man, that fires me up. So I'll go with that. I feel great about that.
Is that 5 for you?
Nope.
Okay.
I still get Kelly Clarkson.
Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna start with a Danny Goki one.
Oh, Danny.
He was on
I didn't even
Idol?
Think about the
Yeah.
Goke.
That's his wife had passed away like right before he went on
Golly,
Idol.
I forgot about the
Right
Goke.
before he went on.
I didn't even know he was on.
Yep, and I'm gonna take "Tell Your Heart to Beat Again."
Yeah.
Gosh
Danny
darn it. We
Goki.
saw Goki live.
Yeah, we did.
At the
What? Who
Dome,
did he? Was it for
Casting
Casting Crowns?
Crowns.
Okay.
Crowns.
He was so
Mm-hmm.
gosh darn
Yeah, he's
good.
so good. He's one of those that's just his voice is one that you could listen to all day,
Yeah.
kind of a guy.
Golly.
He's that good.
I am now remembering Andrew Garcia was on American Idol.
Yeah.
You remember Andrew Garcia, Ryan Higa's friend?
Kinda.
He's got some hitters that it'd be such a deep cut.
Yeah.
But,
Someone will know.
oh man, I love Andrew Garcia.
Yep. Okay, your turn.
Okay, so I get to finish this off.
Yeah, you get 2.
Oh man,
You have no Carrie Underwood yet.
I have no Carrie Underwood. I have no Philip Phillips,
Yep.
the legend. I want to do "Time of My Life" by David Cook, and I'm gonna do it.
I think that's a good song.
It's so good.
I do.
I have
think
to
that's
have
a
it.
good one.
And then I'm gonna finish it off with "If I Had You" by Adam
If
Lambert.
I had you.
I keep saying Lambert. Adam Lambert.
Yeah, I kind of figured you were going to take that one for sure.
0 Chris Daughtry, huh?
That would be the only thing
Well, we kinda took-
ever need.
Oh, Daughtry's got like 12.
Yeah,
could
but
go
we
with.
took his 2 biggest.
No Daughtry and
I
no
could've-
Carrie Underwood is a bold play. We're going to see how that plays
I got
in
Kelly
the market.
Clarkson. I got Crushed by David Archuleta.
Yeah, you
I
got a
got
good
No
list.
Air. I love my list.
You got a
No,
good
it's not a
list.
bad list.
This one's going to be a little bit more of a deep cut as well.
Okay.
Do you guys remember Kelly Pickler?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. Red High Heels is what I'm going to pick.
I don't think well,
It
I might
was
know
really her only song that she kind of had.
I might know
after,
it if I
but
heard it, but
yeah, I think I'm going to go with Kelly Pickler. She's a little bit of a deep cut, but that's what I'm going to pick.
yeah. Nobody took "It's Not Over." I could have taken that.
You could have taken that.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause we both took Daughtry. All right, Greg. What Kelly are you taking?
A song I've already taken by her.
I spread my wings and I learn how to fly.
That's the pick. That's the
I'll do what it takes till I touch the sky. Yeah, that was on my list.
Yep.
Banger. Absolute banger.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
That one will get you teary-eyed when you're watching The Princess Diaries 2.
Yeah, I mean, you're just teary-eyed the whole time anyways, but
That'll double the
Spy
tears.
Kids, Spy Kids, Spy Kids.
The reference that no one will get except for
Ryan and Connor.
Connor will get it.
Yeah, 2 people will understand that.
Gosh.
Okay, read them off.
Yep.
Read off our picks.
So Scott has Crush by David Archuleta, No Air, Jordan Sparks and Chris Brown, A Moment Like This, Kelly Clarkson,
Mhm.
okay, Time of My Life, David Cook, and If I Had You,
Good
Adam
list.
Lambert.
Adam
Very
Lambert.
good
Yep.
list.
What a list that is.
Good
Good
list.
list. Very
Laura
good.
has Since You've Been Gone, Kelly
Mhm.
Clarkson, Jesus Take the Wheel, Carrie Underwood,
Mhm.
Home by Daughtry, collapsed my whole morale.
Mhm.
Tell Your Heart to Beat Again by Danny Goki,
Yep.
and Red High Heels by
That's a
Kelly
good
Pickler.
list. Good list, too.
I've got Something in the Water by Carrie Underwood.
Mhm.
Jordan Sparks' Battlefield, Feels Like Tonight, Daughtry, Beautiful Things by Benson Boone, and Kelly Clarkson's Breakaway.
This is 3 good lists. So
That
this will
is-
be
That is good list.
people are going to be a little harsh. on
gonna-
the
Well, they're going to be
critical on
very
this one.
opinionated. And now let's go back to this. I've got a few things here. First of all, I'm going to defend Scott, and then I'm going to ask Scott to defend me. When Scott drafted Ord from
Mhm. Dragon Tales.
was it Dragon Tales? Yeah,
Yeah,
there wasn't
Dragon
Land
Tales.
Before Time. Okay, yeah, Dragon Tales. That should have won the draft.
Because
Just him.
Because he's a dragon.
Apparently, he can turn invisible.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I forgot he could do that. He has superpowers, Ord?
Yeah. Oh, we couldn't have superpowers.
Oh.
He should have lost
He's a
even
mystical
worse.
creature. It doesn't count.
Greg just went from 0 to 100.
He changed his mind
Now,
really quick.
since the committee didn't realize that Ord had superpowers, that should have won in the draft. So he should have won that one. Now you've met Post Malone. Now let's call back to my first
Oh,
draft.
yeah, Greg wins.
Did
that.
I
People to
wax
hang
that
out with.
draft?
Yeah, people to hang out with. Yeah, because that was like famous people you'd like to hang out with.
Yeah, that one we never
And-
even did a thing for.
We now
First
need
one.
to,
Since
and we're gonna tag him in it,
Yeah.
and he's gonna see that 100% voted for me.
yeah, that is actually true. I have to give you that. The other thing is that so many people in my real life weren't on my side with the Clifford being on my cartoon characters help you in a fight.
That's crazy.
He's
Clifford's
huge.
massive.
He's huge.
He's like 20 feet tall.
Now
Yeah.
you could potentially trick Clifford into you could just pet him, and
I know he is a good boy, but we're talking about like
he's the goodest boy.
you're getting attacked and it's in a fight. Clifford is not going to be passive aggressive
No.
Clifford. He's like a dog in a fight.
yeah,
Clifford.
protect you.
And he's 20 feet tall.
He
Yep,
would
yep.
absolutely annihilate Larry the Lobster and Raphael and all those
He would
guys.
stomp them immediately to death. It's over. He'd bite them, bite right through all
Yeah.
of them.
My team, like optically, looked the meanest.
Yeah, you had
Clifford and
Pete.
Ord, Scott should have won that draft.
Yes. Also, we have to. Larry the Lobster is only the size of a lobster, really. Like I know
Isn't he huge?
No, but he's
Well, he's
the
huge
size
relative
of a lobster.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Relative
true. Relative
to a
to the other.
sponge and like a
That's
squirrel.
true.
So like I didn't really think about that. You think of him as this big,
Yeah.
strong character, but he's like this big in real life. He's
Yep.
not very helpful, actually.
Yep.
Like when
He'd
you
be
really
awful.
think about it.
He'd be awful.
And neither would Fetch with Rough Ruffman. He wouldn't be very helpful either.
No.
But I picked him. So we all had a couple of missteps, and that's fine. And that's life. All right. Well, I think I'll remember this. This is the episode that I got to break the coolest news of all time, so I will remember this.
That's true. That's very true.
Mhm.
Feels good.
One thing. Someone commented and said they liked apples to apples.
Oh, so what are we doing? Come on, hand number 5.
It
Let's
was
go. Give me some more cards.
at Mama,
One
at
person.
Mama Cramer 5.
Yeah. Do we remember who won?
So funny. The fact that those are his 3 cards and the fact that Greg doesn't know where his cards are is just,
Ever.
that's perfect.
What a crazy running bit.
Yep.
That wasn't a bit. It was
That
real.
wasn't a bit.
He just lost them all. Oh boy. Here he comes again. What is this?
Wait, that's
What?
the card I pulled.
What was it?
Can't even say.
Pull one really quick. We'll do it for 3 minutes. Go. I'm waiting at the edge of my seat.
Oh yeah.
Ow! I had my legs crossed for a long time and I pull it down really fast and it hurts so bad.
Yeah, I have to keep moving, otherwise my
Oh.
legs are going to fall asleep.
Okay, I'm at the edge of my seat.
Oh, that's actually a decent one. What would be your ideal place and time for a big family reunion?
Cramer games. We get together with our families a lot. It's
Yeah,
not
we
like
do
we
that a
don't
lot.
see our families.
Actually, Cramer games, I had thought about this last time around doing just
Family.
Cramers.
Yeah.
So having it actually be like the Cramer
Mhm.
games.
Good luck with that. You're gonna have some mad competitors.
I know, and then I'm so glad we did it the way we did it. It was so great, and I could talk about it forever, and I will keep bringing it up every episode.
Yes. But the Cramer family, you'd have some people that are pretty funny on that.
Oh, we got great
Pretty
competitors that we could have in there.
Yes.
From both sides of the family.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe someday, who knows? It's
Yeah.
the event is enough to kill me. So I don't know if I'll ever be able to do it again.
And Scott's not dramatic.
No, but we are going to already start a Hall of Fame, and we have Blake and
Yeah.
Emma in the Hall of Fame so
yeah,
far.
for sure.
And I might want to throw Mikey in there too, just because he has
He
he almost died.
He wasn't even in the second one, but he was in the second
Mikey
one.
almost died, and then Dylan really hurt himself
Dylan
the
got
next
hurt, too.
time.
What a trooper. Poor
Oh
Dylan.
man,
the
had to
ankle.
get on an airplane with a broken foot, basically.
Poor Dylan. He texted me when he got home and he said on the airplane it swelled up because of the
Oh,
pressure. And he was like,
no.
it hurt pretty bad on the
Oh,
flight
no.
home.
Oh no,
Poor guy.
not good.
Anyway,
I think I'll remember
so
this.
there you go. What?
I think I'll remember this.
Did you see the person who said we hit the Midwestern goodbyes?
Oh yeah,
We don't know.
Oh yeah, that's
Yep.
right.
We
Well,
definitely do not know how to say
I
goodbye.
especially don't know how to end it now that we don't have apples to apples to play. So let me chug this. Here we go.
Go, 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 go. Uh-oh.
God!
Uh-oh.
It's not even cold anymore.
It's just hot. You're gonna throw up. That'll be the thing. It's just.